Well, hello, Libra. Welcome to your August reading. I have the cards down. We are going to get into them and then talk about the energy that is around you, and then we'll get into the tarot, okay? Okay. So, the first card we have is Addict in the Light attribute. Helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior. And then we have discipline, which is time, and light, which is sun. I want you to see these beautiful cards. Okay. And then goddess of the moon, DNA, karma, angel of strength, medicine woman, medicine man, and sacred temple, meadow, vulnerability. Okay. August seems to be for you a time of introspection for the most part. Um, I see you getting deep into yourself, like the shadows of yourself, ideals you want to change, situations you want to change, behaviors that you want to change. And really like figuring out how they came about, where they come from, and how to rectify them. I see a lot of that going on. You need to be patient with yourself and other people through August while you come up with these realizations. And there's a lot of them. There's a lot of things that are going to click for you, there's a lot of things that are going to come together for you. I see some answers to some questions that you have, or um, development in situations maybe you felt like you were stuck in or needed some clarification. You're going to get that clarification. Okay. I do see it being a bit of a struggle for you, and you sort of like wanting to be done with the struggle bus, Uh, but you're in a process of fixing, excuse me, fixing your inner self, your environment, and fixing maybe situations or tough situations you've been in. So, like I said, you need to be patient with yourself and open with when you're confronted with a need to make change or adjustments, to be open to that change in those adjustments. Okay. All right. So let's get into your cards, Libra. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, the Six of Swords. Yeah, that's that in your head energy. Yeah, for sure. Eight of Wands, the Star, healing, hope. Beautiful. The Magician in your hands, strength, Three of Cups, and the Princess of Cups. Okay, so on the bottom of the deck, Libra, we have the Emperor, the Eight of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. Yeah, I see a lot of clarity for you. Clarity, things making sense. Like everything is connecting, sort of. So it's making sense for you inside of your head. It's mostly you, like confusion in your head about situations or how you think about things or why things aren't working. So maybe you need to change your mindset, things like that. I see that clicking for you. So a lot of changes in the way you think about things and your thought process. And the beauty of this is that you start to feel more in control of your life and of, you know, your outcome. So that's good. So the first thing I see is healing. Major Arcana is the first thing that steps out to me. So healing, the healing is in your hands here, right? But you want to make sure sort of you're at peak performance to be able to make the decisions to heal. And that's what's happening right here. So be strong and have confidence in yourself as you shift through these thoughts. These thoughts, these situations that you have to contemplate. So be patient with yourself during this time, okay? Because I see here that you want to sort of have everything under control and you want to be like settled and for everything to be done. Um, but that's not the phase that you're in right now. Okay. Yeah, for a lot of you, you want to be like in a relationship, like a settled relationship, and there are things you need to work on to get there. You know, this is not a situation where, okay, I'll meet somebody and then we'll just work through it together. No, this is I need to work on myself first and then find a relationship and then we can compromise. So basically, it's getting you prepared for the relationship that you want to be in. Yeah, pretty much. That's that's what that is. So August seems like a journey. Um really pay attention to the things you take risks in that are not well thought out, okay? Or childish or underdeveloped and you take a risk in those things and wonder why they don't work out. It's your chance to get fairness in that area of your life. There's some issue with relationships not working out here. And I feel like you've been through quite a bit of them. And sort of how you feel about yourself is connected with relationships. And it's time to have a different perspective on that. So it's not a good relationship that makes you stronger, right? It's like you're already strong in your individuality, in yourself, and then you can have a healthy relationship. So that's the process that we're going here. Is when you're secure, confident, and solid within yourself and in your mind and your spirit, then you can go on to other things. Ooh, you have an opportunity to connect with someone from your past as well. And it's like, so back when I was just talking about how your self esteem, or not your self esteem, your self confidence is kind of connected with being connected with someone. I see that you are convincing yourself, like, oh, I need a friend. But this friend is someone that you had a relationship connection with, or you either find attractive. So you're on a, it's a slippery slope, Libra, is what I'm saying. You're running on a slippery slope. Um, because I see there's some connection from the past, and you need to be able to, if this is the route that you're going to go in, okay, you need to be able to not let it slip down that slope. You need to be able to walk away. You don't have the energy to put into this emotionally what you need to, and that's the process that you're in right now, is trying to gain that so you can be. Because I get the vibe that you want healthy and solid relationships, and you have to go through healing to do that. And I see you going to a friend, or finding or having a friend through this healing process, but it has the opportunity to turn into something flirty. But you are the one that controls whether it gets that far or not. But I'm still seeing that you have some more to do, like some more healing and some more growth to do. But you're like worried. There's a mixture of being worried that you won't find anyone, and what if this is it, and also wanting to just feel good in a relationship or connection or flirty with someone. It's a slippery slope. Slippery slope, Libra. I see that in August you want so many things for yourself and you want to immediately have those things. It's like you want to be fully attached to all of your dreams and aspirations, and you would like for that to happen now. Okay. And I feel like you're a little bit sad about it, or maybe feeling a little bit insecure that that hasn't happened. And you're like, maybe I shouldn't have walked away from what I had, or thinking of things, that have long gone or do not fit you any longer. Um, and this work that you have to do on yourself is an investment. And investments take time and they take patience. And I see you needing to sort of get yourself back on track, that you're trying to build something more long lasting. Yeah, lots of thinking. There's lots of thinking for you in August, lots of contemplating, changing up your patterns and routines. You're adjusting. There we go. Adjusting patterns and routines for yourself. Yeah, things that are worth keeping for a long time take time. So keep that in mind. Things that are worth investing your energy in take time. That's a big thing for you here. And you're working on your self esteem. Like, what is it that fuels your self esteem? If you had nothing, materialistically wise, okay? What if nothing was going your way? What would you have? Like, what makes you happy? What keeps you going? What's your motivation? Figure out what that is. That's important as well. Yeah, there's a lot of. It's because this work that you're doing on yourself spiritually or materialistically, whatever it is, takes a lot of work. And you're like, it would be easy to go back. Maybe I'm making the wrong decisions. I feel like there's a lot of confusion about sort of, did you make the right choice trying to move forward? Should you just have stayed where you were? But it's just because it's a lot of work and you don't like to feel as if you don't know what's going on, as if you're not in control. But this is a part of the healing process. It's like you have to crack the egg sort of to see what's in it, if you want to see it that way. Um, and that's what it is that you're doing. So I see that you really could fall into old habits that involve someone else. So, an old relationship, friends, what other people think. It's like you can fall into a trap there for that immediate gratification. Okay. And that's kind of going to hinder your growth and your development to do that. So, just pay attention to how you interact with other people's, like, I guess just gratification outside of you through other people's eyes. You don't need the validation of others, is what I'm saying. So, as I said, you're still on this journey of self. Okay, you are. And you're learning how to be in control of what happens, right? It's like being able to stand guard on your own thoughts. That's what you're learning. Yeah. Learning how to be in control of your own thoughts. So, the thing about you, Libra, is you have, and I've always felt this in your energy for Libras all the time, you can create any situation that you want to, right? But the thing is, your mind has to be on the right track. Your thought process, your heart has to be on the right track to sort of manifest the things that you want that are for your greatest good. If your mind or your heart are not in the right place, you're just going to manifest sort of what you want, but it's not going to be what's for you, you know? And you're in a spot where you want things that are for you and for your highest good. And, sort of like be on the path of what the higher power of the universe wants for you. Yeah, there's someone it's someone coming into your orbit, okay? And they are stirring up that feeling in you of the past. Unhealthy habits and decisions, stroking your ego, all these things that you should be working on, okay? They are stirring up these things in you. But what you need to realize is you accepting this instant gratification it's not going to last. It's very unhealthy. It's literally throwing you back in a spiral for just a tiny bit of affection or a tiny bit of gratification from someone else. So just be careful of that, okay? So let's dig on some more, Libra. It's not that you have to be not happy or unhappy during this time. It's that you're adjusting the situations in which you find happiness. So you can remain happy. It's just that you have to change your idea of what that looks like. Not you have to, that's what's happening, right? So it's like, yeah, you're happy being in a relationship with someone, but you can also be happy being in a healthy relationship with someone, right? That's the idea, right? So you have to realize that these things will not be instant as well. They take time to develop. Usually things that come very easily should bring a question mark to you as well. In August. Yeah, you're ready for something new, like a new journey, some sort of excitement in your life. Um, but be careful of trying to hold on to things longer than it needs to. So you can have like an instant gratification. Nothing's the matter with that. Like you have a long week at work, you want to go out to a bar with your friends, that's fine. Just don't do it every night. Just don't take somebody home every day, that type of thing. You gotta be more in control. Don't feed the problems, is what I'm saying. Okay? It's like, don't feed the issues. Don't think that you have it under control. It reminds me, yeah, addict. That's so funny. I was going to say it reminds me of someone who has an addiction. So let's say that you have an addiction to cocaine, okay? You're going to say to you're not going to say to yourself, "Oh, I'm going to do one line every week." It's not going to work. You're going to do it every day. You're going to do multiple times. So it's like you can have that if you're strong enough, but it's almost like you should just step away from it. You should just stop. That would be the best thing for you to do. And that's what this situation is like. It's like you have the power, Libra, to have anything that you want or create things that you want. But why wouldn't you want to have the best version of that? You know? Why would you tempt yourself with these negative experiences when you don't have to? I hope that makes sense, okay? So let's talk about your money and career here. You have like an overall sense of worry about your future. I don't know why that is, but it's like you felt like in the past you should have spent more time or energy on your future, on like investing in your future. And I feel like you get a little bit downtrodden by that or a little bit sad by it. And you may want to like give up and be like, well, I'm too far down into debt. I'm too far down into this. But this is a reminder that it's going to take work, but you have to do it. You have to put in the work to turn it around. Don't get overwhelmed and just not invest in your future in that way. Okay. Relationships. Yeah, this is that addict feeling of like, oh, I'm at the end of healing myself. You know, somebody from my past is talking to me. I'm just going to sleep with them one time and that'll be it. And then next thing you know, you sucked into this vortex of whatever this person was doing, right? So I get this feeling that you should just kind of not contact someone or get involved in something that might have the opportunity to turn into an issue. If you have to tell yourself, I can handle it, probably not. Okay. If you have to think about it, even for a quick second, I wouldn't at this time. Yeah. The key here, you want long lasting relationships. You want a strong life, a stable life, a responsible life. And the path to doing that is not always fun, Libra. It means that you have to say no to some things. You have to step away from some situations. And that's the wise thing to do. Okay. And I'm laughing because it's not what you want to do, right? So, all right, let's see. Balance. That's what's happening here, okay? You're trying to get balance. So you're trying to get more in touch with your spiritual self, your soul self, your higher self, and see what's best for you. So what do you have to throw away? What do you have to bring back in to keep the scales at balance, to keep your soul and your innards into balance? Victim. Yeah, don't be a victim of your emotions and your feelings, okay? You run them, they don't run you. So keep that in mind, okay? Workaholic. Put in the work. Put in the work. Invest in yourself. It may be hard, Okay. It may take a long time. It may be an investment, but the outcome will be beautiful. Okay. So it's like this is what you have to do. You know what you're capable of, you know who you can be. And in order to speak that truth to the world, through you, by you, for you, you have to put in the work and energy to make that happen. And nothing's the matter with that. Okay? All right, Libra. I love you. And I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.